Hello guys, how are you today? Today I'm going to tell you the final chapter of Leora's story. I believe you've enjoyed this amazing journey, and if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to do it now and follow my channel. I share new and interesting stories every day. So let's jump into the final chapter. Let's go. Chapter 5. When the Flame Sings Again. The mountain groaned beneath their feet. Steam and snow spiraled into the sky as the Hollow King's palace collapsed, its towers vanishing into mist, its throne crumbling under the weight of fire and truth. Liora stood with Bran on the jagged ridge, the ember glowing fiercely in her palm. It was no longer just a flicker, it was a flame, steady and defiant, its warmth radiating through the cold with the strength of 1,000 forgotten suns. But the world had not yet changed. The sky was still gray, the wind still sharp, and far below across the valley, the snow remained deep, the rivers frozen, the trees silent. Liora knew this was only the beginning. As they descended the mountain, the wind shifted. It no longer whispered like a ghost. It hummed, a note here, a murmur there, the kind of sound the world makes just before it remembers how to sing. They returned to the plateau of frozen statues, but something was different. One of the figures, a small boy reaching out, had a single tear running down his cheek. The ice shimmered around him, hairline cracks spreading like sunlight across glass. Liora paused. She took the ember from her satchel and stepped forward. "No more silence," she said softly, pressing the flame to the statue's chest. The ice burst into steam. The boy collapsed forward, alive, gasping, cold, confused, but free. They moved from statue to statue, the ember glowing brighter with each life returned. Bran helped them stand. His wolf licked their frost-bitten faces. Some cried, some laughed. All of them looked at Liora as though she were carrying spring in her hands. But deep down, Liora knew. She couldn't do this for everyone. The ember was strong, but it wasn't endless. To awaken the world, it needed to burn completely. That night, under a sky still veiled in snow clouds, Bran drew a symbol in the dirt. A flame, at the top of a tree. He looked at Liora. She nodded. Yes, she understood. The next morning they reached a clearing. Once, long ago, it had been a garden. The stones of a broken fountain still curved around a patch of withered soil. And in the center stood the stump of an ancient tree, blackened by frost. Liora climbed atop it. She held the ember in both hands. The crowd of freed villagers, of wanderers and children and elders, all gathered below in silence. Bran stood closest, his hand over his heart, the wolf beside him. Liora looked down at the flame. It pulsed once, then again. Then she let go. The ember fell to the stump. At first it simply rested there. Then it sank. Then it bloomed. Flames erupted not in violence, but in song. Warmth spread in a great wave across the clearing. The snow hissed and vanished. Grass pushed through the soil. Buds opened on vines that had forgotten how to grow. The stump cracked, and from it rose a sapling, glowing gold at the edges, its leaves the color of sunlight. A soft rumble echoed across the valley. Far off, rivers broke open. Ice cracked and ran to the sea. Trees awoke with green on their tips. And above them all, the sky. The sky cleared. For the first time in 100 years, the sun rose. Liora collapsed, but Bran caught her. She was smiling. "I heard it," she whispered. "The world. It's singing again." That tree still stands to this day, at the center of a new village where children run and dance and play beneath its golden branches. They call it the Flamewood Tree, and every year on the day the snow melted for good, the people gather beneath its limbs and tell the story of the girl who carried the last ember. They don't call her queen. They don't call her savior. They simply call her Liora, the one who remembered what warmth felt like and gave it back to the world. So, this is the end of Leora's story. I believe you enjoyed it. In the future, I'll be sharing many more interesting stories. You just need to subscribe and follow me. Bye-bye.